politics, posturing, and gamesmanship, and it's going to continue for a while. But I am squarely focused on what matters, and we're getting to work.
President Biden, just a few minutes ago, softening perhaps his earlier talking points about no negotiations with the Republicans as he talks about the debt ceiling. Forget for a second who's actually at fault or whether the government defaults. History tells us Republicans always lose these fights politically. Every time Republicans go to the cliff on the fiscal issues, the fiscal brink, even going back to Bill Clinton, the government shuts down, Republicans make arguments about fiscal responsibility, and Republicans get shellacked in the media and then at the ballot box. George Will's here, Pulitzer Prize winning columnist, NewsNation senior political contributor. Forget for a second what's right, what's important, what's fiscally sound, just the politics of it. Doesn't President Biden have the upper hand here?
He does, except there's a certain dissonance in what he says. He says defaulting on the debt would be the end of civilization as we know, the worst possible thing. Then he says, actually, it's the second worst possible thing. The worst possible thing would be to negotiate about the McCarthy plan, which, by the way, calls for 1% cut in discretionary spending, which is a small portion of the budget. So there's a dissonance on both sides here.
All right, so this is video of them meeting where allegedly nothing happened, but somehow they all come out and say that they're more optimistic afterwards. I thought this was interesting. ABC News poll, 70% of Democrats don't want a second term for President Biden. It's unbelievable how unpopular he is. Your history goes back farther than mine, and I just have to say one of the most unpopular presidents of modern times. Yet it seems like he's still able to push Republicans around on this a little bit. How worried should Republicans be, as Mitch McConnell said, that they might figure out a way to rescue defeat from the jaws of victory here?
I don't think they need to worry just yet. We are 2 days past a seismic poll from the Washington Post and ABC, in which it was said more than 60% of Americans believe that Joe Biden does not have the mental acuity required to be president. That got everyone's attention. And that's far more important than the nuances of a debt ceiling dispute about which the public knows little and cares less.
You bring up this poll. We just saw something that we haven't seen since the beginning of the year, which was an extended session of President Biden taking questions from the press, arranged sort of at the very last minute on 30 minutes notice with a small group of pooled reporters ushered in, I think it was the Roosevelt Room, to take questions. And they were allowed to ask questions for a while, and he made a point of going all the way around and letting everybody talk. Unfortunately, they only asked about the debt ceiling and seemed to avoid all the other issues. But is there a linkage, shall we say, between this poll about mental acuity and then him all of a sudden taking questions for the first time this year?
Certainly, because the mental acuity question came up in the context of simultaneously people saying never in the modern history of the presidency has there been so little contact between the president and the press. Roosevelt used to invite people in constantly. He'd sit at the desk in the Oval Office and talk and banter with them. Yeah. We don't see that, and we're not apt to see that from this president.
I think you were the longest-serving columnist at the Washington Post.
Correct.
Correct. And the Washington, so you can speak authoritatively on how unusual this is. For the Washington Post editorial page, the editorial page, not an op-ed piece, to put a piece out today talking about just this issue. We'll put it back up on the screen. There it is. Opinion. And this is not an opinion piece. This is the editorial board. Biden no longer does press conferences. That is not acceptable. The Washington Post hasn't really turned on Joe Biden, has it?
No, but in fact, if you're a supporter of Joe Biden, you'd say the same thing, because as every day that goes by when he avoids exposure, he feeds the narrative in the country that he's avoiding it for a reason, that he cannot do the thinking on his feet. And this gets back to the mental acuity question. So it makes it worse. It feeds upon itself.
You watched tonight, real quick. Did he do himself any favors?
He didn't. It's an old nursery rhyme. The cow kicked Nellie in the belly in the barn, didn't do her any good, didn't do her any harm. It was so brief, and as you said, to such a small group of reporters. It's not an adequate substitute for the give and take of a real televised news conference.
Yeah, do no harm, though, and perhaps it's the first rule.
Not.
Good to see you, Mr. Will.
See you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.